From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Afternoon Edition.
And good afternoon, I'm Ryan Yamamoto. Fall is officially here, bringing with it its colder weather and possibly some rain. Let's start this afternoon in Pacifica. The National Weather Service says waves could reach as high as 16 feet. Not too bad right now. A high surf advisory is in place through 11 o'clock tomorrow night. The National Weather Service is warning of dangerous rip currents. The advisory is from Point Reyes down to Monterey. And now let's take a live look outside at the bay. This is from our roof cam. Not too choppy out there. Looking for some white caps maybe later on this afternoon. Here's, in the meantime, First Alert meteorologist Jessica Birch.
Into this afternoon we go. We're going to see these partly cloudy skies sticking around for us as an area of low pressure just offshore will actually bring in some showers. It's mostly impacting the Pacific Northwest. And as we take a look at Futurecast, you can see that all that green really impacting Oregon and Washington. But we're going to get just the tail end of it into the overnight hours tonight, early morning hours tomorrow, and that's going to give us just a splash of showers. If anything, close to around 1/100 of an inch of rain in most of the Bay Area, and then by tomorrow we dry up pretty fast. So let's take a look at what we can expect today alone. Daytime highs this afternoon, they're feeling fall-like. It's the first full week of fall, and we're expecting 70s all throughout the North Bay, all the way down into the San Francisco area too. 70s this afternoon with upper 60s near Half Moon Bay. Let's head south just a little bit more, closer to the Santa Clara Valley this afternoon. We're actually warming up into the 70s too, and because I've been saying 70s this whole time, I'm sure you can guess as we head off into the East Bay, it's a very similar trend with that fall-like weather right around the corner as we wrap up this week.
Well, get ready to take your foot off the gas pedal in certain parts of Oakland today. The mayor announced they will lower speed limits in some business districts. The mayor said 25% of all deadly traffic accidents involve speed. In an effort to reduce traffic deaths, the mayor announced her Safe Oakland Streets initiative.
11 corridors from East Oakland to Fruitvale to downtown have had their speed limits lowered to 20 or 25 miles per hour. And over the next 2 years, over 50 business activity district corridors, totaling over 25 miles in the city of Oakland, will also have their speed limits lowered.
The mayor also said they have put in new traffic signs and safer crosswalks in the Fruitvale neighborhood. She says one of the goals of the Safe Street program is support local businesses in these districts. Happening tomorrow, Oakland's NAACP and the Chinatown community leaders say several businesses will hold a one-day strike. They say they want to bring attention to how crime is hurting their bottom lines. More than 200 businesses are expected to participate. And one type of crime that's on the rise in Oakland is car thefts. More than 10,000 cars have been reported stolen in the city this year. And our Dale Lynn spoke to one frustrated woman who was on the verge of homelessness after she lost her vehicle.
This car owner is in tears. She just filed a police report. Someone stole her 2001 Chevy Suburban in front of her apartment Sunday morning.
What does that car mean to you? A lot, because the car I buy it with collecting bottles on the street.
Yasmin Cabrera says she collected bottles and cans for a year to save up $3,000 to buy the SUV. Now she feels like the world around her is collapsing.
My kids, they go to Fremont. So I have to drive every day from here from Oakland to take it to Fremont. They're not going to go to school because we have to figure out what's going to be next.
Yasmin and her kids moved to Oakland about 5 months ago. They were at one point homeless after she lost her job.
We're close to be homeless here in Oakland.
Oakland police reports from January 1st to September 17th, they recorded 10,547 stolen vehicles. That comes out to about 40 stolen cars a day. Officers say that's a 51% increase compared to the same period last year.
It's astounding. It's really hard to believe.
That's insane. I didn't realize it was that bad.
While the number is pretty staggering, I wish I could say that I was truly surprised, or am truly surprised for that matter, because of the lack of leadership in Oakland City government and the lack of accountability.
Officers say there are more stolen vehicles than the reported car break-ins, 10,335. Officers admit most people don't report break-ins anymore. We found several families on Sunday checking out their recovered cars at a lot that contracts with the police department.
My car was parked at Coliseum BART. I took my son to a baseball game last Sunday, and I came back and the car was gone.
The families tell me their recovered cars were totaled.
All 4 of my tires were stolen. They were all brand new, and all the windows were broken.
Everything was burnt to crisp. Like, there was no steering column, no seats. It was down to the wire. The back trunk was broken and gutted, everything.
The city is planning to install 300 cameras throughout Oakland by early next year. The interim police chief believes that will help track down some of the stolen cars.
We do see stolen vehicles being used in other crimes, being used to get parted out for money.
As for Yasmin, she's trying to stay strong and positive for her family.
I know everything is going to be fine. I know that.
Well, most of the people DA interviewed said their cars were Hyundais and Kias, which police say are easier to hot wire. Hyundai says they are offering customers more secure upgrades. The Writers Guild of America says it is suspending picketing after reaching a tentative deal with the major studios. However, members of the union are not authorized to return to work just yet. Wendy Gillette has more on the tentative deal from New York.
After more than 4.5 months on the picket line, finally a breakthrough between Hollywood writers and the major studios. Last night, the Writers Guild of America sent a message to its members announcing a tentative deal towards a new contract.
I would like to go back to work. I really do hope it's over.
The deal comes after 5 straight days of talks between the union and studio representatives over several sticking points, including the regulation of artificial intelligence, staffing minimums for writers' rooms, and the distribution of residuals. In last night's message to members, the WGA said the tentative deal is, quote, exceptional, with meaningful gains and protections for writers in every sector of the membership.
What we've really learned from this entire 140 some odd days is just like how powerful we are together.
The terms of the deal were not immediately made public, and it must still be ratified by the WGA's approximately 11,000 members.
Well, Hollywood actors have yet to reach a deal in the SAG-AFTRA strike after walking off the job on July 14th. In a statement, the union congratulated the Writers Guild on their tentative deal. This was the first time Hollywood actors and writers held strikes at the same time since 1960.